Hello, this is H.C. Bailey, and welcome back to Let's Play Chrono Trigger! Let's continue through the abandoned sewers, because as we all know, every JRPG has to have a sewer level. Absolutely. Ah, okay. Well, yeah, if you want to get through without any battles, don't make any noise, but I want the experience, so I'm gonna go for it. Ooh, a kitty! Nuts. How does Chrono hit those guys anyway? You guys made a mess around here! Clean up after yourselves or I'll kill you! Got any cheese? Oh, save point. I could use that. Nuts. Yeah, the save point wasn't real. It's just there to trick you. So that's what you do to get into those battles. But if you want to avoid it, don't do that. Just walk around those things. What are those guys anyway? Kind of remind me of like-likes for some reason. But if you push into the wall here, you can go through a secret passage. Flip the switch, opens the door there. Wasn't the background of the door black in the Super Nintendo version? Like, they didn't put the background there for some reason in the Super Nintendo version, but I guess they fixed it here. Not that it really matters, but... Haha. What are these guys for, anyway? Just like for, comic relief or something? I don't know. You got me on that one, viewers. But let's grab this treasure! The Rage Band gives you a 50% counterattack rate. It's actually kind of nice. We'll hold on to that for a little while. I'm not going to use it on Chrono yet. I prefer the Berserker ring on him. But the Rage Band can be useful at times. Sometimes, though, it just takes so long for the counterattack. It's like, why bother equipping that? There are better options, but it can be useful from time to time. It looks like your lookout isn't doing a good job. For boss time against Sir Krawlie himself. So, first things first. Okay, now when you see him do that attack there, that means that he's going to reduce you to 1 HP. So, yeah, all you want to do is just heal yourself a little bit. Don't even bother with mid-potion, because, well, there's no more battles after this, and this guy really can't deal that much damage to you, aside from that attack that reduces you to 1 HP. So don't worry about it. Chrono can pretty much do most of the heavy lifting there. Have Luca join in every now and then. Okay, now I can attack. I was going to say, wait for him to attack to see if he's going to do that, that Fallen 1 attack, or if he's just going to do a physical attack that doesn't really do a whole lot to you. But, alright, got it. Yeah, so pretty easy there with the Berserker ring. Not really a boss. Sorry, I've been forgetting to say boss time recently. I don't know, I must have been tired. I don't know. But if you go over here, we can get the Thunderblade. Probably the biggest reason to actually go here right now instead of waiting until later. And if you flip that switch, it opens 2 bridges for you. So remember that for later, viewers. Like in about 2 minutes. So let's check out Death Peak that they were telling us about. You want to go over to the right, get over here real fast, grab the Strength Capsule, and you're going to get blown off the thing. So, oh well. Yeah, you can't really do a whole lot there, but get the Strength Capsule. So that's all I really came there for. Let's use that on Chrono there. Awesome. Oh, wait, let's sort list there. Alright. Well, let's see what they got going on here. What do they call it, the Keeper's Dome, anyway? I don't know. Let's see if any of these consoles do anything. I thought this one did... Ah! Oh. No. Okay, I guess it doesn't do anything. Oh, who is that old guy? Scala? Well, don't tell me I'm pronouncing that wrong. Yeah, I know. Some people like to pronounce it Shala. Huh. Well, remember those for later, viewers. Not really a whole lot we can do here, but you get a little bit of foreshadowing. So, I like that. And remember that door for later, too. Spoiler alert, we're going to find a way to get through those doors sooner or later. Okay, let's head on back then. But yeah, I think you're probably intended to go through the abandoned sewers right now because of game? Yeah, because of the relatively low power level of the enemies, and the gear that you get here is relatively the same as anything else you might have at this point in time. Maybe it's slightly better, but it's not like endgame worthy stuff. Like my side LP that I did. Whoops. Well, let's heal up here. You never know what's running around in here. They said there were some crazy robots. If you actually go here before getting the bike key, you can actually fight some robots around here. Aren't those the version 3.0s? I think that's where you fight them. I forget. I forget if you fight version 3.0 or 2.0. The robots! Those guys. Funny looking robots. I'd make a Portal reference, but I'm not that familiar with Portal. I only know the internet memes and all that jazz. Who's that guy? Johnny Manziel? No, just kidding. Anyone watching this 5 years later from now probably has no idea who he is. Unless, you know, he became a superstar and won the Super Bowl by then, but other than that, probably not. Oh well. At the time I'm making this video, he's in the news. Oh, okay, yeah, that's all we can do. So, let's race Johnny. See if I can get him on my first try. Figured I would cut out the extra screens there, just because there's nothing on the bottom of the screen while you're racing. You know? So what you gotta do is, basically, you want to stay in front of him. I'm going to show you this at full speed here. And we got turbo boosts with the B button. So basically, pretty much I like to save the turbo boosts for the very end, so I can get ahead of him at the very last second. If you win, you get to the other side of the dungeon scot-free. If you lose, you get sent back to the beginning and you get to start over. So, not that there's really any other consequence other than that. Ha! Yeah, you see how I got a little boost there? That's how I did that. One thing I'm going to do later on is, well, I want to show, sort of more so teach you how to race properly, and I'm going to slow down the video in post-production, so that way I can better teach you the finer nuances of how to race. Whoa, 3 mutants? I'm totally unprepared for 3. Well, I got a little new strategy for these guys. Getting critical hits. Yeah, some people were asking me, H.C. Bailey, can you get critical hits with the Berserker Ring? And the answer is yes. One thing I find very effective against these guys is Hypno Wave. It puts them to sleep! And that way, they won't damage you so much. Of course, just like any other Squaresoft game, if you hit them while they're asleep, they wake up. So, hopefully, Chrono will just attack the same one over and over again, and get really, really lucky with the critical hits. That's nice, too. Yeah, Hypno Wave's pretty useful, actually. Not all the time, but every now and then. Not so much with Allure, but even that has its uses. I'll show you eventually. You could use it against one of those two guys, like whichever one Chrono doesn't hit. And over here, we get the Race Recorder, which makes racing a lot easier for us. The way it works is it's essentially a robot that keeps track of your scores for you to win prizes from the races there. And also, it lets you change the camera angle while you're racing, so that way it makes it a lot easier for you to actually get a higher score. So what I want to do is get rid of the turbo boost, let me change this camera angle, and I'll meet you at my successful attempt. Okay, this is my second attempt at racing here, so let's get started. What you want to do here is hold the L button and the left on the directional pad there. Get him so he's driving towards you. Then go right, left, right, left. Now when I recorded this, I was playing in full time. or real time. Obviously, I'm slowing it down here in post-production, so that way I can better illustrate how you're supposed to race here. What you want to do is essentially always stay in front of him. He's going to keep on bouncing off your rear bumper over and over and over and over again. So you got to kind of have rubber band reflexes here. The highest score is 2371, which I've actually gotten before, but well, it's been a few years since then. Now, if you get off of him, or you lose track of him, what you want to do is kind of hit him to the other side there, and then try to get back on track. See how I knocked him to the right there? That way, he can't get in front of me and lower my score there. Now just keep on staying in front of him over and over and over and over again, and eventually, well, you'll get a pretty good score. Normally, I wouldn't like to make it so obvious that I'm doing post-commentary in an episode, but in this case, well, I figure it's necessary for the education. Hooray! Too bad they didn't use this as like the victory theme for this game, but oh well, we don't really have a victory theme in this game. For random battles, I mean. At least Chrono did that. But, alright. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed the little slow-mo effect I did there. I wanted to get a score over 1500, so that way I could get a strength capsule. If you don't want to do it, you don't have to. It's not that big of a deal, but well, I figured it'd be worthwhile to at least show you how to get a decent score. Okay, we're back on the other side here. I just figured I'd meet you over here. If you get over 1300 points, you get 5 mid-potions, too. Just so you know, if you've noticed from what the robot was telling you, you can only get 1 strength capsule for getting over 1500 points. Otherwise, yeah, it's a one-time reward. You can't get it over and over again like the other rewards from the race. If you have any other questions, let me know. Yeah, let's rest up in the Enertron. I've calmed down, viewers. But you're still hungry. Hey, how's it going? What is that thing, anyway? Kinda looks like a Racketeer. No, that's a movie. What's going on? Oh. There was no door on the way to finding that thing. And we get a nice little cutscene there. How do you even know how to do that? This is like 1300 years in the future. Now, I suppose if you haven't figured it out from my menu screen there, we're in 2300 AD. So, yeah, we're way in the future. I hope this game lasts that long, so that way we can make fun of it. Just like we're probably not going to have hoverboards in 2015. Nor are the Cubs going to win the World Series by then. I wish, but it's just not going to happen. I'd make a Rickroll reference here, but I don't really know what that means. So, I mean, I just hear people talking about it, and it sounds like the song. I don't know the internet meme or whatever it's called. Luca! I'm not a madam. I'm 16 years old. However old you are. And I'm not a mistress either. Isn't a mistress the name for a woman that a man has sex with other than his wife? I thought that was like the technical term for a person like that. I don't mean like a one-night stand, I mean, or a fling, I mean, never mind. I shouldn't talk about that sort of thing. You better be more creative than Frog. Damn it! Great. What's up? How long have you been off? 400 years? Man, you got pretty good batteries in there. I got NES games that batteries are dead on, and those are only 20 years old. Well, maybe 25. Long enough. Although somehow my Game Boy cartridges are still good. I don't know how that works, viewers. How dare you invade my inner sanctum? Chamber. Nuts. Oh, okay. Yeah, if you tried going up there before, you couldn't really do a whole lot. So, oh well. But who will we leave behind to open the door? Marley or Luca? Find out next time on Let's Play Chrono Trigger. This is HC Bailey, signing off. Have a good day.